1 Juliet Mike, looks like he's losing speed and altitude, 70 knots, descending out of 1,200. Turning to the east now.
61 Juliet Mike, he may be going in.
What's up, guys, and welcome to ATC Point of View. If you are new to the channel, my name is Lex and thanks for joining me. But before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to B. Howard, our newest member. So B. Howard, thank you for joining and welcome to the channel. So this incident happened on May 6, 2022. A Cirrus pilot departed from White Plains Airport in Lexington, South Carolina for a short pit stop at Barnwell Regional Airport, which is also in South Carolina. So as the aircraft got closer, he became unresponsive and air traffic controllers were not able to get a hold of him. So he overflies the airport by more than 100 miles before coming to a rest in the Atlantic about 20 miles offshore. So let's check it out.
61 Juliet Mike request.
Juliet Mike?
Number 1 Juliet Mike, I have an aircraft that I'm not talking to did an approach at an airport outside my airspace. Went missed. He's at 2,300, about 30 miles ahead of you. Nobody can seem to reach him, and he's just flying in a straight line. Do you think you could fly by him and see if everything's okay?
Absolutely. Do you have a heading for him?
Number 1 Juliet Mike, fly heading 020.
61 Juliet Mike.
Thank you. Number 1 Juliet Mike, that aircraft is at 2,300. If you want to start your descent, you may.
61 Juliet Mike, we'll start our descent. We'll head for 3,500 for now.
Roger.
1 Juliet Mike, let's do a 035 heading. A 035 will help you intercept. He is kind of on about a 170 heading, and you're probably our closest in the area to check him out before he ends up over the ocean.
61 Juliet Mike, headed to 035.
Mike, you're about 11 o'clock, 15 miles from that traffic. He is southeast down on about a 170 heading. So we're going to keep you on this, and we'll get you a little closer, and we kind of circle around. He's doing 130 knots, so I think if you need to come up near him, again, we just want to have you fly by there and see if you see anything unusual.
Number 1 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 360. Number 1 Juliet Mike, as you roll out on that heading, traffic's 12 to 1 o'clock and 6 miles.
12 to 1 o'clock, he's still at 2,300?
Correct. Number 1 Juliet Mike, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 4 miles, 2,300.
Mike, looking for traffic.
Number 1 Juliet Mike, turn left heading 340.
340, 61 Juliet Mike. Mike, got him on the scope, but still looking for him.
Roger. Number 1 Juliet Mike, turn right heading 090, traffic passing off your right wing.
090, traffic in sight right off my wingtip.
November 1 Juliet Mike, roger. Maintain visual separation from that Cirrus and just let us know if everything looks all right.
Savannah, 61 Juliet Mike, he appears to be maintaining altitude, maintaining heading, everything. Do you want us to pull up next to him?
If you wouldn't mind, maybe get a look in the cockpit, see if he's awake.
Yeah, 1 Juliet Mike, as much as you're comfortable for getting near him, again, if you just see anything wrong with the airplane or anything unusual, please let us know.
Yes, we're certainly going to keep our distance.
I appreciate it. He's 130 knots indicated, 2,300, and he's been steady on the heading and altitude and speed.
This is 61 Juliet Mike, can you confirm that Cirrus is still at 2,300?
Number 1 Juliet Mike, his altitude indicates 2,300.
We're going to descend to 25.
Roger. Number 1 Juliet Mike, that traffic now indicates 2,000 and descending.
1 Juliet Mike, traffic showing 80 knots, descending out of 1,900.
It looks like he's not on autopilot. We're rocking our wings out in front of him.
And you're not getting anything back? 1 Juliet Mike, looks like he's losing speed and altitude, 70 knots, descending out of 1,200. Turning to the east now.
61 Juliet Mike, he may be going in.
Yeah, I think so. 1 Juliet Mike, if you can, just watch, let me know if you see anybody come out. You got enough fuel to stay there for a second?
61 Juliet Mike, we got enough fuel, we're going to hang here.
Appreciate it, thank you. He's off about your 9 to 8 o'clock now at a mile.
61 Juliet Mike, we've got him in sight.
1 Juliet Mike, thank you. If you can, keep an eye for a second. Let me know if you see a canopy open or anything.
61 Juliet Mike, we're looking. Never saw a shoot.
Okay. 1 Juliet Mike, you seen any movement or anything? 1 Juliet Mike, how long would we be able to stay on scene? Appreciate it. We're on the line right now trying to get rescue efforts out there.
I don't think it's possible. I haven't seen the door open, and the nose is, the tail is almost vertical out of the water now. So it's definitely taking off on it.
Alright, 1 Juliet Mike, I do appreciate the info.
Savannah approaching, Jet 811. Juliet Mike was trying to get a hold of you. Can you hear them?
Cedar 811, I cannot. If you would please relay from the climb back above 1,000 feet.
And that's Juliet Mike. Just at 811, Savannah said to have to climb above 1,000 to get them, but we can relay for you also.
Cedar 811 now, I can't hear him again. Can you please repeat what he said? I think he asked us a question about something.
He's just reporting he got lower, said the tail's just sticking out of the water and doesn't see any movement.
Thanks, sir. White Coast Guard is airborne now, heading that way. Coast Guard has just left Hunter Army Airfield. They're about a mile and a half, 2 miles southeast of it, headed out to you guys.
So the pilot departed from White Plains Airport in Lexington, South Carolina, en route to Barnwell Regional Airport, which is only about a 20-minute flight. His plan was to refuel and then continue on to his next destination. So he contacts Columbia Approach and requests the RNAV approach for runway 17 at Barnwell Regional Airport. It's unclear why he would ask for an instrument approach when the weather conditions were favorable, but it might be for proficiency. We don't have that audio, but the Columbia Approach controller tells the pilot to report inbound on the approach over an initial approach fix called FATSU. And shortly after, he tells the pilot to contact Jacksonville Center because Barnwell Regional Airport is in their airspace. So the pilot acknowledges those instructions, but that was his last contact with ATC. The aircraft overflies runway 17 at the airport at 2,300 feet, but then continues at that same heading. And during that time, I'm sure that the air traffic controllers are broadcasting on all their frequencies, as well as emergency frequencies, and also getting in contact with adjacent facilities to try to get a hold of the pilot because he might just be on the wrong frequency. Here is where the audio picks up. So the aircraft has flown over 100 miles past Barnwell Regional Airport and is now in Savannah Approach's airspace. Cirrus 61 Druid Mike was inbound from the south and he agrees to help out. As a controller in situations like this, you have to be extremely careful because you don't want to create another emergency situation. Your primary job is to separate aircraft, but now you're looking to bring them closely together in order to see what's going on. The controller gives them some great vectors to intercept the unresponsive aircraft, and in the meantime, Cirrus 1 Druid Mike did a great job by constantly asking about the altitude of the other aircraft. That way, even though he doesn't have him in sight, he can still remain separated from him. But of course, the air traffic controller is monitoring their altitudes and he's going to keep them separated. As 1 Druid Mike gets closer, he's finally able to see the other aircraft. So he follows him, but is not able to determine if the pilot's incapacitated. The pilot was in his late 60s, so it is possible that he may have had a medical emergency or maybe a mechanical issue that could have caused the carbon monoxide levels inside the aircraft to rise, but it's still unclear at this time. The aircraft crashes about 20 miles offshore, likely due to fuel exhaustion. But thanks to 1 Druid Mike, the Coast Guard and the search and rescue team was able to get an accurate location to start their search and rescue. So even though there was an accurate location provided by both the air traffic controller's radar as well as Cirrus 1 Druid Mike, it still took the search and rescue team 7 days to locate the aircraft and another 3 days to recover the remains of the pilot as well as the aircraft. So it's safe to say that ocean rescues are extremely difficult. But all in all, air traffic controller and Cirrus 1 Druid Mike did the best they could. And in situations like this, all you can do is hope for the best because there's really nothing else you can do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't done so already, hit the like, subscribe button. And as always, peace.